What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn was asked about his thoughts on someone coming in additional for Anthony Joshua's training to help him get prepared for Andy Ruiz in the rematch. And he said possibly they'll bring someone else in, but Anthony Joshua himself has made it clear, crystal, that Rob McCracken is the head trainer. Okay. Um, but for what I known and the reasons for what Eddie Hearn has said, I think that was already hinted that he may bring someone in. However, Eddie Hearn did specify that hey, he doesn't really get into a lot of that. You know what I mean? And he doesn't know um, the ins and outs on what they do, but he did know that much. And I think for Eddie to say that, I believe that someone had to tell him. You know what I mean? I don't think that he just said, well, probably, possibly he'll bring someone in, but I don't really get into it. I think maybe someone has told you, or maybe Eddie Hearn is thinking, well, hey, maybe it is a good idea to bring someone else in because obviously what he done the first fight didn't cut it. You know, um, he did say that Rob McCracken is one of the best fighters in the world. I mean, best trainers in the world. And he thinks that, that Rob is still the man and he's still able to do his job. Now, as far as me counterpunching this, I definitely think he should bring him someone else in. I think it should be a situation where, like Fury, he had Davidson, okay, and he brought in Freddie Roach as a cut man, right, a corner man, and he was really a lot more than that. He was really, just another addition to that team. And I think Anthony Joshua should have the same because if he wants those belts back, he needs all the guidance and help possible. I don't think that they should be to the point where they should assume that no, we have this all under control, because if you had it under control, that night wouldn't have went like that at all. Because this wasn't just one slip up. This was many slip ups. It had to be adjustments in there that wasn't made. You know what I mean? And those type of punches that were landed, though they landed for a reason. You know, and I think with the right guidance, I think that fight should have went another way. Because here's the thing: if you get knocked down 4 times, obviously you made 4 different mistakes, right? I mean, we clearly know AJ was hurt or whatnot, but it's one of those things where when he started moving around the ring, I think that's what he should have done until he gained himself. If it took a whole round to do that, because it took him a couple rounds against Klitschko, and I think Andy Ruiz, he was getting frustrated with that. And if you notice, when he's talking trash now, he mentions Anthony Joshua moving around the ring. That's all he can do is move around the ring. Well, that's all he can do, and drop you the first time in your career. you know, and then ask you what happened. You asked him what happened. Other than just running around the ring. But you can clearly say or see that frustrated Andy Ruiz, because Andy wants you right in front of him so he can counter you. So he can slip your punches, stay low, and use his own complement and implement his own combos. Okay. That's why he put that on Front Street. Like, that's all he knows how to do is run around the ring, because that's something he doesn't care for. If that makes sense. Just like Canelo and Lara. That's a perfect thing. Oh, that's all he does is run. Well, he was moving and you couldn't punch a moving target. That's what that is. And that frustrates you. So yeah, you want to deter that. Like Mikey Garcia and Terrence Crawford. I can just run around the ring. That's all he knows how to do. See, fighters that want people to come to them, they prefer a particular style, right? And because they prefer a particular style, when they get a style in front of them that they don't like, it frustrates them. if it frustrates him, those are the type of fights that are unpopular, and then fighters tend to blast unpopular styles. They start calling one thing something else. Using defense, they call defense running. And obviously it is defense because you can't hit that person or that target. So, but I do think, Anthony Joshua should bring someone else in, not just replace McCracken. I think it's better because obviously McCracken's not going anywhere. He's the man. Anthony Joshua says he's the man, and that's how it's going to be, right? Well, that shouldn't stop him from bringing in someone else that could assist, right? Aid that particular team, give another dynamic to that team. So back to Eddie Hearn, I think Eddie Hearn heard that much for him to say, yeah, possibly I think he will. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'll leave the link below in the description box. Of course, you guys tell me what you think about Eddie Hearn's comments. Should Anthony Joshua bring someone else new into the ring? Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.